Hey everybody, it's your Bulldog coming at you, Mr. Metalhead Warrior NY. I want to thank you guys for all coming in. And listen, um, I've been listening to a few new out records. I just want to do a quick, some reviews on them. Um, I think I'm gonna start doing like as I get them in, whether they're new or older. I want to start doing like a review, maybe 2 3 times a week on them. I'm gonna start by doing this one. This band's album, when I found out that Nasty Savage was gonna have an album coming out this year. When I first found out about it, I circled it and put it in. I definitely had to get it. Finally came to the day. The album's called Jeopardy Room. It's on FHM Records. Um, I like this record. It's I think it's a lot would say it's Nasty Savage sounding with a kick though. Um, I think it's classic sounding Nasty Savage, that old school thrash metal speed sound. A little bit technical there. Um, some some melodic parts, some doomy parts too. Especially some of the breakdowns on this record are just insane. The guitar work is there to to say the least. Um, for those who don't know, um, John and Donald Tardy are on this record. They guest appear on a song called "Witches Sabbath," which is a heavy tune, very heavy tune. Um, I think it's I think it's a damn good record, top to bottom. Um, like I said, there's not really you know one track that is bad on this record. And I mean, top to bottom, even the opening intro to it, it kicks right in. I think Ronnie's vocals are some of the best vocals that he's done in a long time. Um, I just find it so funny. You know, they haven't put a record out since '04. Their last record was Psycho Psycho or something like that. It's like 19, 20 years. It's like, where have they been? You know, I mean, because their last record wasn't bad. It was actually a pretty good goddamn record, in my opinion. Um, I know a lot of people, you know, a lot of times people overlook them for some reason, for some strange reason. Um, the underrated, in my opinion, severely underrated, overlooked. And I know a lot of people say, "Oh, they can't do what they did back in Indulgence, Penetration Point." The classic self-titled Nasty Savage release, or um, on Abstract, for that matter. Um, but I think it's a damn good record. If you guys are into that old '80s thrash sound, that speed metal sound, with a modern feel to it, check these guys out again. I mean, like I said, the guys from uh, Obituary are on here on a song called "Witches Sabbath." Um, you got the title track, Jeopardy Room. You got a song called "Brainwasher," which stuck out to me like right away. Um, there's there's like not really one, you know, awful track. There's not one track that you say, oh, no, it is not at all. Um, Another one, um, Blood Syndicate, Sainted Devil, the last track, amazing song. Operation Annihilate, Aztec Elegance. It's the vocals on it are strong. Ronnie has some of the strongest vocals that I've heard in a long time. He doesn't change his vocal style, his pattern, the sound. It's you when you hear it, you know it's Nasty Savage. The guitar work on this is like they're fighting with each other, the lead and everything. Um, it's got some melodic parts. Some of these breakdowns on this are just nuts. Um, you got the blast beats, the double kicks, the chugs are just insane. And you start chugging it and it just drops. Um, a lot of thrashy parts, moshy parts on this, some technical parts on this too. Definitely, I said when I first started listening to this record, I would definitely put this in a category of one of the best comeback records. Period. Um, Definitely check it out. Jeopardy Room, Nasty Savage, their new one. Check these guys out. Don't don't let a band from the '80s that in my opinion, help pave the way for thrash metal in speed in their own way. Definitely check these guys out again. I mean, they've been doing it for a number of years, and they're still going. They're still putting out amazing, amazing quality stuff. All right, one of the next ones I want to get to, the band out of Germany, they're a black metal band called Groza. Um, he's put an album called I hope I'm pronouncing this right. It should be. I think it's pronounced Nadir. I'm most positive. Um, Hard hitting black metal. Um, Almost like a very very darkened, blackened death doom. Um, on this. Um, when I first heard them, first thing I thought was like Dark Throne or mid Emperor. Um, um, Mgła from Poland, to Kundra, even some I'll say mid to late like Gorgoroth sounding also. Um, has that that razor blade type guitar and the vocals. Some of the breakdowns in this are amazing, especially for black metal. You know, you get that 1,000 mile mile an hour song, and it trickles down and just speeds right back up. Um, definitely, definitely worth listening to. Um, I think this is their third release. I think I'm missing one by them. I think I'm missing their second release. I have their first one. But this is definitely a band to check out from Germany, Groza. Um, album is called Nadir, Nadir. Definitely give these guys a listen. It's on AOP Records. It's a 7-song record. It's not that long at all, to be honest. A couple of songs that got my attention. Uh, Deluge, equal silent cold. Asbest, ASBEST. Um, Soul Inert, the first track on it. Um, it's really not a bad record. You know me, I'm very picky with black metal, especially like newer stuff. This, he very much caught my attention with it. Um, it's newer black metal, but it has that old black metal feel to it and sound to it, which I absolutely love. That razor blade sound. Where you're going like 1,000 miles an hour and it's just there. So definitely, Groza, album closed. Nadir. Definitely check these guys out. next one I want to get to is Nails. The new Nail record is absolutely amazing. There's not much more, you know, to say about these guys that people don't know about them. This one is Every Bridge Burning. This came out on Nuclear Blast. Again, just a strong smack in the mouth record by these guys, which I think, you know, every record they put out with like their third, fourth record now, fifth record, has been nuts. Why it took them so long to put out another record for it, you know, it's mind blowing. It's been 6 years since their last record. 6 years or 7 years? I think 7 years, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's 7 years. I'll look that up, and if I'm wrong, I'll put it in the comments. Guys, if I'm wrong, just drop it in the comments. Just a mind blowing album for them, I think. That's them right there. I didn't realize that Todd was in the band Terror. I didn't realize that until now. You know, hello. Some of the tracks on this record that just, you know, blew me away. Trapped. Made Up in Your Own Mind. Dehumanized. I Can't Turn It Off. The title track. Punishment Map. Two of my favorites off this record. Lacking the ability to process empathy and give me the painkiller. Just harsh songs. Music is, you know, I've always said Nails combines everything into one. You got your death metal, you got your hardcore, you got some punk mixed in this with it. Almost like a power violence type sound. And there's some parts of this record, when you hear it, you got some grindy parts. On like a number of tracks, you got some doomy parts too. For the most part, it's just a smack in the mouth type album. It keeps you listening. You know, it doesn't give you a chance to rest. You know, song to song. It's a hard hitting, deafening album. I would definitely tell anybody, if you want to get some of the Nails, definitely have them check this record out. It'll definitely be in my probably my top 15 of this year. And if I'm sure you guys have seen him live. I saw him live a couple times, and mind blowing. I think it's a perfect album. It's typical Nails. You know, just the aggression, the ruthlessness of it, the heaviness, the pounding of it. Like I said, that death metal with hardcore and some grind now mixed in there with some doom. It's just, you know, an insane album. A heavy record. Very heavy record. But definitely, if you haven't yet, check them out. Nails. Every Bridge Burning. Check them out on Nuclear Blast. Alright, one of the next ones I want to get to, I was going to save it for last because I got this one, and there's one more I want to talk about. And then one that's coming out that I should be getting soon. I ordered it, hasn't gotten here yet. This one, Black Dahlia Murder. I'm glad they're back. I miss Trevor. Rest in peace. This band's been through so much in the past 4 years. You know, it's a damn good record, heavy record. When did they become so technical? That's what I want to know. There are so many songs out here that are technical metal. I love it. When I first heard it, I did a double take. You know, I think Trevor would be real happy with this record, with the vocals, especially the vocals. For those who don't know, I, yes, I had to write some things down to make sure I had it right because it getting people crossed up. Um, Brian Esbach, who was the lead guitarist backing vocals, took over the role full time of vocals, which I think is perfect. I'm glad they stayed within the band, and didn't go out the band to get another lead singer. With I think Brian knows the style of vocals, knows the band. Being with Trevor for so long, you know, I think he wanted it to stay on that path. That that screeching almost type vocals. That dirty um, um, melodic death metal vocal. I think his vocals are awesome. He can hit the highs, the mids, the lows with them. I think it's phenomenal. I think Trevor will be very, very, very pleased and happy with the all around band, the album itself, how heavy it is, the vocals. Um, they have, I think they have an insane dueling guitar duo right now, which makes the guitars like they're having battles. You know, it reminds me of the guitar battles with Maiden and Priest. You know, Kerry and Jeff from Slayer. It's just the battling of it. But I want to wonder when the hell did they come so technical? you know, there's so much technical on there. The melodic is there's thrashy parts on this record now, and breakdowns, more than before. I think. Um, Ryan Knight, who left in um, 16, I believe it was. He was on Abysmal, and then he was also in Arsis. I had to double check that to make sure I was right about it. Arsis from like '07, '09, I think, and he came back. And he was back. And he was also in '08 in Black Label or Black Label in Black Dahlia. So sorry about that. Two different bands. Um, him and um, Brandon, who was also in Ursus from 2012 to 2019, and also in um, Cannabis, Cannabis Corpse. I want to say he was like in Cannabis for like a year, maybe two. I think it was just one. I'm not 100% sure. Um, I think him and Ryan, the battles that they have on this record during all these songs are just nuts. And I mean, it's like it's back and forth. It's like they're fighting each other, you know. And the trade offs for leads is tremendous. I love it. It's like you get one that takes the lead, and then they just pass it back and forth, and it makes this album pop. That's why I said it's so much more technical now than I ever was before. And unless they've been like that, and I haven't noticed it, I've been into Black Dahlia since their second record. Funny story about Black Dahlia. Um, when they first came out, I didn't like them. To this day, I don't know why. Now I'm a huge fan of them now. Um, I had I had to literally go back one album. I saw them twice when they first came out. Um, and like I said, I don't know what it was. I didn't like them at first. Um, and the second time I saw them live, I was like, wow, they literally blew me away. And I remember going to like the record store like next day or a couple days after and getting both their records. And ever since I've been a big fan of them. I think Trevor had amazing vocals, amazing frontman. Um, you know, wrote some of wrote some of the best songs. He's missed. I truly miss Trevor a lot. Um, I think he's looking down, on these guys, and I think he's happy. I think he's ecstatic. I think he's proud of what they've become, how they sound, how they kept it in the band. And you know, being technical like they are, it's I'm sure he's like, huh, you know. Um, like the trade offs on this, there's thrashy parts on on this record. Um, some groove. There's some at certain songs. There's a lot of groove parts, the breakdowns, and thrashy part. It's just, and then you have the trade offs of the lead. It's you know, and the vocals just fit right. The drums are right there on spot. Some of the best drumming I think in a long time. Um, a few of the songs that um, I personally like, um, title track "Servitude," "Mammoth Hand," "Utopia Black." Um, Panic Hysteric. Um, there's one thing. There's a song. There's a song on here. I think it's Aftermath. Oh no, I'm sorry. Intermission. To me it's just a filler. It's an acoustic, you know, type. I think it's just a filler song. That's the only bad part about this. The filler, then it goes into a heavier one. Um, Aftermath, Curse Creator, another heavy tune, like a thrashy parts in that one, groove parts in that one. Um, Utopia Black, like I said, I love the record. Um, I think they're doing phenomenal with this record. Um, I think the only thing that would make it even better um, is the amount of breakdowns and how groovy it gets. I like it. Um, if it could be just if they could combine more of that together, the technical aspect, the melodic, the groovy type. There's some doom parts to it, which you know. Um, but Black Dahlia has always been there. That melodic death metal. Now you throw in the technical aspect of it, dueling guitars, and now it's I think it's definitely one of the best albums of the year, in my opinion. Like I said, Trevor's missed dramatically. I think I can speak for a lot of people. Excuse me. I think I speak for a lot of people when I say that. I think Trevor had that distinct vocal style for back from back then till now. Um, I'm glad you know for a band to go through something like that, you know, and I think and to push forward, move on, especially losing a lead singer like that, and going within the band. That I think that was key for me. Having somebody that knows about the band, the vocal style, not trying to change it too much, and I think making it even better. Um, Musically, it's tremendous. Like I said, I want to know when they got so technical. I mean, I love it. I love that trading off of leads for the guitar, and the bass in it's incredible. The drums are on spot. The breakdowns, you know, it's definitely one of my favorite records. Again, I miss Trevor. I'm sure I can speak for a lot of people about it, you know. But I think he's looking down. I think he's proud of him. I think he's happy. I think he's smiling. So definitely, if you haven't yet, check it out. Black Dahlia Murder Servitude. Pick it up. Definitely. All right. There's another album that I'm gonna review. I ordered it and you didn't get it here. The new Merciless, insane old school death metal, um, darkened death metal, heavy album, blunt, in your face. Um, just a dynamic album, in my opinion. It has that old school, sound of them, hard death metal. Um, there's some grindy parts to it now, which I love. The vocals have always had that hard hitting vocal. The blast beats are there. The pounding is there. The chugs. It's definitely, definitely. If you guys haven't yet picked this record up, mine should be coming soon, and I will review it again. Um, some of the songs that caught my attention off that record, I Am Hell, uh, I Repent, or yeah, Resplendent Inferno, uh, um, Crown of Blasphemy, Absurd Theater. This one, Sanctus Dues Mortis, a heavy record. I've been a fan of these guys since I first heard them. I guess I'm waiting for it to come. So I'm hoping, you know, any day now it shows up, so I can do a full review of it, show it off and everything. Um, I know I was all over the place today. I've been having issues recording. I don't know why. Um, but yeah, um, I'll probably be on tomorrow. I'll probably do a couple tomorrow, and I'm gonna do a few more shorts. Um, there's one, I don't know where it is right now. Oh, there's a band called Hammer. This is on this is their second release. I have their one right behind me. This is off of Hell's Headbangers. Unholy Destruction. Um, Black metal, dark and death metal, heavy album. Almost like a war metal. Something just similar to it. Um, they've been around for a little bit. Like I said, they have like I think two records out. I have that one behind me. A couple EPs. Um, I've been wanting to talk about this band for a little bit. When I first heard them, I was blown away by them. I was put on low. You hear it in the back? He's smiling. I think they're a great band. That's a song called Satanic Raid. Is it borderline black metal, like a black and death metal, dark and death metal, like a war metal, basically pagan metal in there too. Um, Under Black Command, another song, Desecrator, uh, Death Rain, Unholy Destruction, Demonic Rites, Into the Pentagram, um, Sadistic Poison. Uh, Check these guys out too. Um, Hell's Headbangers, Hammer, Hammr. This is Unholy Destruction. Um, I got a whole nother thing over here um, from Hell's Hammers that from Hell's Headbangers that I gotta go through. Um, I'm gonna do a probably unboxing of that and some other stuff. I'm working on a friend of mine on here and on IG put up a couple albums the other day, and I laughed when I saw them. Like, oh my god, I'm like, I got those. S&T Young, those four albums that you put up, I'm gonna do a little breakdown of those four records because I was the day you put up on your Instagram, I started listening to all four of them. So you got me thinking now that that's gonna be like one of those hard rock heavy metal sleaze bands stream that I do. But definitely, I'm gonna work on that for you. But guys, thank you. I hope you enjoyed it. Sorry, I was all over the place. Again, check out those bands, especially Hammer, uh, Unholy Destruction. This is their latest. It's on Hell's Headbangers. You got the Black Dahlia, Servitude. You got Groza, Nadir from Germany, black metal. You got the new Nails. You got the, also check out, please. Check out the new Nasty Savage record, Jeopardy Room. 80s thrash, speed, melodic, some doomy parts. Uh, heavy record. The guys from Obituary are on here. Check them out. Stay hard, stay heavy, stay metal, stay brutal. It's the Bulldog saying, if you're going to do something, make it count. I'm out.